Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The 94th regular session of the 11th Sangguniang Bayan now concluded. And please give everybody stand for our prayer and singing of national anthem.
Manalangin tayo. Panginoong Diyos, itinataas namin ang iyong pangalan. Pinapupurihan at pinasasalamatan ka namin sa lahat ng iyong mga ginawa at pagpapala. Salamat sa panibagong araw na ipinagkaloob mo sa amin. At sa oras na ito, na kami ay muling nagtito.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, teres na sinakanan, malam ng puso, sa liig mo'y buhay, lupang ilaw, kuya ka ng mahigit, sa manluluming, di ka masisig.
Okay, Madam Secretary, please roll call to member of the Sangguniang Bayan.
The Honorable Members of the 11th Sangguniang Bayan, the Honorable Sarmain, Chua, Jorda, Gatugay Jr., Bernardo, Sahibol, Inson, Galan, Ong, Galang, and Reyes. 7 council members are in attendance.
Okay, so we have a quorum, so we proceed regular session. Reading and consideration of the minutes of the previous session held on November 11, 2024. Madam Secretary, please.
For your consideration and approval, minutes of the 93rd regular session of the 11th Sangguniang Bayan of Sopronio, Española, held on November 11, 2024 at the Session Hall of the Sangguniang Bayan, Sopronio, Española, Palawan. This was attended by the majority of all the Sangguniang Bayan members. The temporary presiding officer, Honorable Arsani K. Bernardo, called the session to order at 9:40 in the morning. The secretary then called the roll after the prayer and the singing of the national anthem. With the attendance of the majority of the members of the Sangguniang Bayan, the temporary presiding officer declared the presence of a quorum to transact official business. For reading and consideration of the minutes of the previous sessions were presented by the chair to the body for consideration and approval. There having no comments and corrections from the body, the minutes of 92nd regular session held on November 4, 2024 were unanimously approved. Upon motion of Councilor Johan I. Harmony, duly seconded by Councilors Michael L. Jorda and Fred A. Gatugay Jr. Subsequently, the minutes of the 19th special session held on November 7, 2024 were also presented to the body, and having no corrections raised, the minutes were unanimously approved upon motion of Councilor Fred A. Gatugay Jr., duly seconded by Councilors Johan I. Harmony and Michael L. Jorda. For the privilege and question hour, the temporary presiding officer declared a 1-minute recess at 10:02 and had asked the secretary to the Sangguniang if the requested department heads were invited. The secretary explained that the letter was prepared, but the acting vice mayor, Honorable Johan I. Harmony, was unable to sign it, thus the failure to send the invitation. The TPO then requested the council to authorize this.
Okay, any comment, correction regarding this 93 regular session of the 11th Sangguniang Bayan ng Española held on November 11, 2024? Wala? Okay. Hindi mo lang. Yes, kagawad Bernardo, during one night.
Remove the minutes of the 93rd regular session of 11th Sangguniang Bayan of Sopronio, Española held on November 11, 2024. At the session hall of Sangguniang Bayan of Sopronio, Española, Palawan.
Parang ayaw pa yata niya approval. Okay, that's been moved and seconded. Your objection? Saying none. The 93 declaration of the 11th Sangguniang Bayan of Española held on November 11, 2024 is read. Privilege and question out. Meron? Everybody to signify. Wala? Wala. Letter G, first reading and referral of proposed measures and communication. Number 1, the Secretary.
Forwarded Resolution number 623, Series of 2024 ng Barangay Punang, a resolution requesting the Sangguniang Bayan of Sopronio, Española, Palawan for approval of 3 days Pintakasi on December 24, 26, and 27, 2024.
This measure referred to Committee on Ways and Means.
Referred to Committee on Ways and Means.
Committee report number 1, Committee report number 2024-45, Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation.
Committee report number 2024-45, submitted by Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation. Subject review of Barangay Pulot Interior Resolution number 2024-18. A resolution including the tax identification number 10 as a part of the essential requirements in all application for government permits, licenses, clearance, official papers, and documents, as well as in community tax certification. For the presiding officer, the committee to which the above-cited measure was referred to and already considered the same, would like to present its finding and recommendation that are in justification to you. Number 1, that the Barangay Council of Pulot Interior passed resolution number 2024-18, which include 10 as part of essential requirement all application for government permits, license, clearances, official papers, documents within the community tax certification CTC within their jurisdiction. Below the subject, resolution was passed responsive to Executive number 98 series of 1999, which directs all government agencies and instrumentalities, including the government-owned and controlled corporation and all local government units, are hereby directed to incorporate the tax identification number 10 in all forms, permits, license, clearances, official papers, and documents which they issue to persons transacting business with them, with their natural or judiciary. Findings and recommendation based on the foregoing, the committee finds that the resolution adheres with the prevailing laws and are passed with the update of the law providing the power of Sangguniang Barangay. Wherefore, the resolution is invalid. It must be duly declared through a resolution. The calendar for second reading of the next regular session. Prepared by yours truly, Chairman, Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation. Concord, Proposal, Fred A. Gatungay Jr., Malina Pisay, Michael L. Jordan.
Okay, any comment regarding this committee report number 2024-45? Please kagawa na Gerardo, your report.
Yung clarification ito sa clearance kasi pagkalang ko yung PIN number, kinukuha lang yan pag kumukuha ka ng business permit. Alam mo, kukuha yung mga kababayan natin ng barangay clearance, kukuha pa siya ng PIN number. Parang napakahirap po yung gagawin pa nila kung saan pa sila. Kasi yung clearance, depende naman sa paggamit yan. Yung PIN number, kasi pagkalang ko sa business permit, kailangan tayo ng PIN number para malaman yung tax identification nila.
Kagawa na ba yun?
Sa clearance po, mas maganda naman po tayo na magkaroon na tayo ng tax identification number na po tayo yung mga Pilipino na mag-response po tayo sa panawagan ng Executive number series of 1999 para magkaroon po tayo ng mga IDs, no? Yung DIR, tayo ng mga tax natin sa loob Pilipinas.
Ang maganda po, no? Ang napapansin ko dito, isang mahirap na mamamayan, siguro wala pang kalahati ang may PIN number. So wala makakakuha ng barangay clearance dito pag gano'n na mangyari. Pero depende yan sa barangay kasi sila nagpapatupad eh. Masasayin nyo ito kung aprubahan ninyo. So yun ang nakikita natin. Senaryo dito. mahirap makakuha ang isang mamamayan ng barangay clearance kung siya ay walang PIN number.
Isa sa kasi yung clearance kasi depende sa bayan. Halimbawa, kung hospital nakuha ka ng indigenous clearance, hahanapan ka pa ng PIN number, matagal po na proseso yun. Napakahirap, kukuha ka, halimbawa sa PNP natin, minsan kumukuha tayo ng police clearance, hanapan sila ng PIN number. Yung PIN number kasi, medyo mahirap ito, parang pagkaalam ko yung PIN number, sa mga business permit ko siya nagagamit. Hindi dito sa pagkuha lang ng clearance, kailangan pa natin ng PIN number. Siguro baka yung sidula lang, kailangan kumuha siya ng sidula na taga-barangay siya, tapos kukuha siya ng clearance. Yung clearance naman po, depende po yun sa paggamit ng tao eh. Pero yung PIN number, kailangan hindi ka pwedeng mag-establish ng business kung wala kang PIN number. Kailangan po yun. Siguro pag business permit ang kukunin sa barangay, kaya pwede siyang hanapan ng PIN number.
Okay, so meron pang ibang idea?
Maganda po talaga na magkaroon po tayo ng PIN number po.
Tama yun.
Makabigay po tayo.
Napakaganda talaga yan. Kasi kung walang PIN number, lalo na sa bangko ang pinag-usapan, yung mga, kasi ako may idea, no? Idea ko sa aking pamilya nung aking sirang asawa noong una, hindi na-claim yung kanilang kapirahan sa Veterans Bank. Almost 20,000 plus. Isang anak lang na walang PIN number. So, unang-una, wala rin dito sa Palawan, nasa Luzon. So, hindi na nila natanggap hindi na na-claim yung 20,000 plus na kapira nila sa Veterans Bank.
Po kasi Mr. Presiding, panawagan ng ating gobyerno na magkaroon naman tayo ng responsible,
Tama yun.
kami responsible citizen na maging productive naman tayo para sa ating bansa. Kita mo po sa ibang mga bayan o sa ibang mga bansa, very naman sila, wala naman silang sinasabing pagkamahirap ka, hindi ka nakakuha ng PIN number.
Tama yun.
Lahat po tayo rito ay pusubi dapat kumuha po tayo para makatulong naman tayo sa lugar natin. Maganda po itong naisip ng ating barangay po na barangay po.
Kagawad ang request ko lang dito, sana pasahan natin ang ordinansa na lahat ng mamamayan sa Espanyol ay magkaroon ng PIN number.
Yes po.
Para may ngipin siya na maobliga talaga lahat ng mamamayan na magkaroon ng PIN number.
Kasi Mr. Presiding, depende naman kasi sa concern ng ating barangay. May mga barangay na ayaw din naman nakatulad ng sinasabi ni Kagawad Arsane. Nagkataon lang siguro na itong barangay Pulutin Derfer po, very sila active sila pagdating doon sa pagkukolekt ng tax. No? Darating meron silang mga business dyan. Tawag dito, establishment na katulad ng titinikil. So, maganda po itong naisip nila.
Tama yun, Kagawad. Sana kung ma-aprobahan na ito, magpasa rin tayo ng sabi ko kaya, magpasa ang Sangguniang Bayan ng ordinansa para dito sa PIN number natin. Para maobliga na lahat ang barangay. Hindi lang yung... Kasi ito, patapang-tapangan lang na barangay kapitan dito, lumay na ang loob. Hindi siya magpasa ng gano'n na obliga yun. Pero ito resolution, dapat ordinansa. Kagawad,
Ang kino-question ko po dito, yung clearance, wala po akong ibang question sa ibang mga napapaloob dito. Yung clearance, pag kumuha ka ng clearance, hanapan ka ng PIN number. Yung PIN number nga po, nasa national law natin. Pag ikaw nag-engage sa business, kailangan mo talaga ng PIN number. Pero yung barangay clearance na kukuha ka, hanapan ka ng PIN number, parang hindi po yun siya dito angkop dito sa ordinansa. Hanapan mo, kukuha ka ng barangay clearance na patunay na ikaw ay nakatira sa barangay Pulot Interior. Para kuha ka ng clearance, kukunan ka ng PIN number. Matigas po ito para sa isang mamamayan na kukunan mo ng PIN number na wala naman siyang business na pinuputak sa isang barangay. Siguro kung negosyante siya, magkuha siya ng barangay clearance to install the business, pwede siyang hanapan ng PIN number. Yan po ang punto ko. Yung sa clearance, depende po sa paggamit ng clearance na kailangan natin siyang hanapan ng PIN number.
yes, Kagawad ng Katongay. Hindi ko yari ko.
Thank you very much po, Mr. Presiding. Naunawaan ko po yung sentiment ni Kagawad Bernardo po. But wala lang kasi si BC, yung ating iba dito sa Pulot Interior. Sa isang banda, napakaganda po dito sa barangay po natin. Tama po yun. sa isang banda po, para sa ating mga mahirap na mamayan ay hindi inaangkop. But hindi po natin alam kung bakit ito pinasa ng Pulot Interior, baka may mandato na rin po ito. Kaya nga sabi ko po, hindi natin masunod dahil wala ito si ABC President. But siguro sa sunod na sesyon, nandito na rin po siya. If ever man hindi natin dito siya maglalakad pa naman po ito, yung sesyon. So sa aking palagay po, ipinasok po nila ito dahil mayroon po silang may bandit na po sa atin. Kasi marami na po talaga, marami nang nagkukuha ng PIN number ngayon, event yung mga maliliit na mamamayan po natin. So kailangan po natin. Thank you very much.
Kasi sinabi mo clearances, malawak ito eh. Maraming, ano yung ibig sabihin ng clearances eh. Siguro nasa, ano na lang din yun ni Kapitan, no, yung mga hindi naman ganong importante clearance siguro, hindi na ano yun, mahanapan ng clearances. Yung sinasabi.
Isa sa mga wiras, dapat ilagay yun, ipaloob yun.
Kasi minsan presiding,
Sa mga
ang mahirap na kababayan natin, nangangarap naman din yan yumaman eh. Kaya hindi naman ganun lang yung pagka mahirap ka eh, agad-agad eh, sabihin mo mahirap ka dahil hindi mo kaya magkuha ng clearance o magkuha ng PIN. Napakadali lang po kumuha ng number ng PIN na ito, may ID sila. At karagdagan po yun kung may mga problema sila o may mga ID po sila. Tingin ko hindi naman gano'ng kamahalan yung magkuha ng PIN ID. Hindi ko lang po alam ngayon, hindi ako na-update kung magkano. Pero ito po yung isa sa mga ID kasi nila talaga na kahit sa bangko o sa ano sila magpunta, dala-dala nila yung ID na ito. Yung PIN ID. Tama yun. So, siyempre presiding, mapahaba lang natin, mapalayo lang natin. Ang Malaysia po, may mga IDs sila na gano'n. No? Parang walang pinipili, mayaman, mahirap. Naobliga silang magkuha ng ID dahil gusto nilang makatulong sa kanilang bansa. So, ito po, pwede na natin itong masasabing napakagandang ano rin po, proposal para makatulong po dun sa karagdagang pondo po na makalap natin. Hindi po ganun kabigat yung PIN ID na sabing mahirap po. Tingin ko hindi siya ganun kahirap kumukunin po yung sa PIN ID. So yun lang sa presiding. Kung ano naman, for further discussion po dun sa business for the day, pwede naman po natin itong pag-usapan ulit. Kaya
kagawa na galan.
Agree po ako doon sa sinasabi ko ni Kagawad. Ano po? Kasi yung PIN number, ang purpose po niya is for taxation purposes. So, kung wala sana, hindi sana nakasama yung clearances na yan dyan, wala po tayong question doon. Doon sa permitting, licensing, kasi puro taxation po yan, yung mga fees po yan. Kailangan po talaga yung PIN, tax identification number. So, pagdating naman sa clearances, ko itong barangay lang siguro nag-report, pero ikutin siguro natin yung buong barangay na ang buong probinsya sa lahat ng barangay. Hindi pa po nag-report ng tax identification number doon sa mga clearances po, Mr. Presiding. So, kung sa akin, kung hindi kasama dyan yung clearances, wala po tayo problema. Kaso, identify po na kasama ang clearances po eh. So, hindi kailangan ang PIN number sa paghihingi sa pag-i-issue ng clearance, Mr. Presiding. So, yun ang po. Thank you po, Mr. Presiding.
Okay, so yun. Kagawad ay siguro marinig natin sa proponent nito bakit pati clearance ay kailangan ng PIN number. So, yun, ang request ni Kagawad Harmay, aprobahan ito ngayon. So, natin doon sa second reading, ay doon na siguro himay-himay eh. Kung nandiyan na rin siguro sa ABC, so dipinsahan niya yung kanyang yung kanyang mission. Ito ba ay request for second reading for the next regular session. So hindi naman urgent, no?
so, next regular session, yung ating po mga mahirap na sinasabi ng mga simpleng mga mamamayan sa presiding, ay meron din naman po silang dapat mga taxable na lupa o ano. So wala na po silang problema. Meron na po silang number.
Ako nakikita ko dito pag wala siyang lupa, mahirapan magkuha ng PIN number.
Mr. Presiding, siguro
ilagay na lang natin sa second reading. Yung depende sa clearance, alam mo, kung na-hospital ka, kuha ka ng barangay clearance, hindi na kailangan ng TIN number. Pero pag kumuha ka ng business clearance, yun kailangan hanapan natin siya ng TIN number. Depende kasi pag clearance kasi, medyo malawak yan, i-specify natin siya. Pag barangay clearance, hospital, kailangan natin ng barangay clearance requirements sa hospital, hindi na natin siya hanapan ng TIN number. Pero pag business clearance ang kukunin niya, yung kailangan natin siya, matik na yun kasi for tax purposes para malinaw sa ating mga kababayan na ganun yung ano ng ordinansa.
Is kagawag itong next?
Thank you, Mr. Presiding. Nakalagay naman po dito, license clearance nakalagay po. But, Mr. Presiding, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, tama po yan sa second reading po natin para marinig din po natin yung side po ni EBC kung bakit po ito. Kasi kung isang barangay captain, tama po yung sinabi nyo, sa isang banda po, pahirap po talaga ito, lalo na sa mga maliliit nating mamamayan. But baka mayroon po siyang dahilan kung bakit isinulong po nila ito. Baka may mandate po sa mga barangay captain na isinulong ito. So, hintayin na lang po natin sa second reading po ito sila. Thank you very much po.
Yun na nga, yung request ng sponsor ay second reading, himay-himay na lang doon yung gusto nating mangyari. Okay? So, dyan na doon, kaya sa'yo na second reading na lang.
Thank you, Mr. President. Committee report number 45, the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, review action of Barangay Resolution number 22-18 be adopted.
Okay, committee report number, committee report number 2024-45 is approved. Number 2, committee report number 2024-02. Okay, so Committee on Environment and Natural Resources, Protection and Solid Waste Management. Nangyayari na ito? Papel? Committee report? Okay,
Thank you. Committee report number 2024-02. Committee on Environment, Natural Resources, Protection and Solid Waste Management. Subject request of Mr. Adrian Lloyd A. Galan requesting certificate of affirmation confirming the endorsement of the application of extract gravel and sand at Sitio Maribong, Barangay Pulot Interior, previously approved by the Sangguniang. For the presiding officer, the committee referred to consider the subject measure would like to report its finding and documentation with the following premises to it. Number 1, that Mr. Adrian Lloyd L. Galan at Barangay Pulot Center requested to this level of certificate affirmation and confirm the endorsement of his application to extract gravel and sand and at Barangay Pulot Interior endorsed by the Sangguniang Bayan through resolution number 2021-47. Number 2, that Committee on Environment and Natural Resources Protection and Solid Waste Management headed by your own validated the veracity of documents forwarded and proved on the necessary approving the request. Number 3, that the requested affirmation was relative toward the continuation of the owner's processing for the application in higher agencies, which include the provincial board. Finding and recommendation, the committee therefore recommends that said request for approval through the resolution entitled authorizing the issuance of certificate of confirming the Sangguniang Bayan endorsement of the commercial sand and gravel CSEAD business application of Mr. Adrian Lloyd A. Galan, given through resolution number 2021-47, otherwise known as endorsing the application for commercial sand and gravel quarry permit situated at Sitio Maribong, Barangay Purot, Interior, Socorro, Española, to be calendared for second reading at the next regular session. Prepared yours truly, concurred Honorable Harmain, Vice Chairman, Honorable Michael Jota, Honorable Nina Saibol, Member.
Any comment regarding this committee report number 2024-02 question me of environmental and natural resources, solid waste management? Alright, okay, can you go?
Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding. Before Mr. Presiding, mag-ipo ako ulit ng copy ng ano ha? Ng copy ng pan. Siguro hindi ko nawakan. Okay. I move that committee report number 2024-02 submitted by Committee on Environment and Natural Resources Protection and Solid Waste Management, subject request of Mr. Adrian Lloyd L. Galan, requesting the certificate of permission confirming the endorsement of application to extract gravel and sand at Sitio Baribong, Barangay Pulot, Interior, previously approved by the Sangguniang Bayan, be adopted.
Okay. Kasimov, committee report number 2024-02 is hereby approved for resolution.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Number 3, committee report number 2024-57 of the Committee on Rules for Government and Privileges. Mr. Gawad,
With the report number 24-57, submitted by Committee on Rules, Laws of Government and Privileges, subject to acceptance of the deed of donation and extra judicial settlement executed by the heirs of the late Taden Randapan Jawadel People of the Government of Espanola for party of land to be stored for the construction of basketball court and access to in situ Ingandinan Barangay Pulot Center. Espanola, Palawan. For the presiding officer, the committee rules for 200 with respect task president subject question would like to report this honorable body explaining the recommendation of following crisis to it. Number 1, the municipal engineer Isagani Biray submitted 1 copy of the judicial donation and extrajudicial settlement of Sangguniang Bayan. Under the said document outlines the donation made the heirs of the late Taden Randapan Jawadil and is specifies the donation is intended for the municipal development. 3. That the proposed project involved the construction of basketball court to serve the local community promoting sports and recreational activities which shall cover 8 to 8 square meters. Number 2, development of a massive road linking the existing barangay road to the proposed basketball court, increase accessibility for residents which shall be 58 meters long and 8 meters wide. With all the necessary documents including the signatures and years and legal validation are present, consisting with the customary practices for donation to local government units. And in the recommendation, premises considered that the committee finds that acceptance of this donation is a step forward to enhancing community facilities in Soprano Española, which aligns with local developmental goals and promotes community welfare. Now, therefore, the committee recommends to approve and requested resolution accepting the deed of donation and extrajudicial settlement executed by the heirs of the late Taden Randapan Jawadil for the construction of basketball court and access roads in situ in Dinan Barangay Pulot Center, Soprano Española, Palawan, to be conducted for second reading on the next regular session. Prepared by yours truly, Chairman, Committee on Rules, Laws of Government and Privileges. One call, Dr. E. Gatangay, Chairman, Vice Chairman, Nena Pisay, Noble Michael L. Jota.
so, any comments regarding this committee report number 2024-57? Wala. Alam mo kagawa din, no? Ipapaliwanag lang ako. Pag basketball court, dapat 15 meters by 30. So ito, 58 by 8. So hindi siya pwede isang basketball. Kulang pa ng 7 metro. So hindi siya naangkop sa basketball court.
Ilan po? 15 by?
15 by 30.
15 by 30.
Ito naman 8 by 58. Hindi pwede pa mabago. Sayang naman, nag-donate na rin lang, hindi pa naayon doon sa kagamitan ng basketball court.
Hindi po siyang pwedeng ang 8.
15 talaga yan para sa basketball na mayroong linya. So may kulang pa siya. Sabi natin, yung 15 na yung magiging 13. So kung yung 13, wala na yung excess na simento sa lalabas. So kulang pa rin. Kagawad galan, meron ka na, Dr.
Siguro Mr. Presiding, tingin ko na ano lang ito, nagkaroon na ng konting problema. Yung 8 kasi talagang maliit po yan. So, pero yung area, medyo yung haba, sakto sumubra 58 meters.
Sobra
So,
yun.
sobra. Tingin ko, i-clarify na lang ito doon sa owner. Hindi ko lang alam doon sa, wala kasi tayong hawak ng deed of donation Baka nagkamali din po tayo dito. So, double check lang po siguro Mr. President.
Yung basketball, wala nakalagay. Okay, so daan pala yung...
So, daan po yan siguro Mr. President.
Yung basketball, ano lang siya, parang gross lang lagi. Hindi nila sinabi kung 15 by 30. Kung 15 by 30, ilang square meter lang yan. 15 by 30, 45. Ano? 450? Tingnan na lang ninyo siguro kagawin nyo.
Construction po kasi ng basketball court, walang nakalagay.
Kaya nga.
Bali, 828 square meters. Ha? 828. Malaki po yun. May 40 by 40 yun. Awa. 4 times 40. Hindi. Yan yun, 800. Malaki. 600 na nga pala. 15 by 20. Ilan? Sobra-sobra ito, Mr. Presiding. 828. Malaki ito.
828 lang.
Tapos yung sinasabi nyo naman na 58 meters long at saka 8 meters wide.
Karsada.
Oo. Development to an access road linking to the existing barangay road. Barangay road. Linking to the barangay road. Sabihin, papasok doon sa basketball court.
Dito lang sa 28, hindi na-mention kung anong luwang, anong haba.
Hindi na-mention. Pero dito sa road, meron siyang 58 meters by 8 meters wide. So, malaki na rin yun. 8 meters wide. Daan.
Kung sa karsada, okay na yan.
Mr. Presiding, tama po to Mr. Presiding kasi iba yung iba yung donation nyo ng basketball at saka daanan. So additional po ito Mr. Presiding. Tama po yung kasada. 8 by 58 kasi yun ang dinahaba ng lupa niya at saka yung basketball court na 828 meters. Magkaiba po kasi ng item Mr. Presiding.
Tama pala na...
Thank you po Mr. Presiding.
Naharo lang na mas na ibang yung area. Okay na? So,
Upon the Committee Report Number 2024-57 to the Committee on Rules, Good Government and Privileges, requested acceptance of the deed of donation and its registered settlement executed by the heirs of the late Tadin Branda Panjawadin in February the Municipal Government of Sopron Española be adopted.
okay, that's been moved. Committee Report Number 2024-57 is approved for order. Okay, number 4, Committee Report Number 2024-58 of the Committee on Rules. Good government and privileges.
Committee report number -24-58 by the Committee on Rules, Laws, Good Government and Privileges requested acceptance of the deed of donation of Barangay Government Approach Center, Sopronio, Hispaniola for the establishment of National Child Development Center. For the presiding officer of the Committee on Rules, Good Government and Privileges, which has been tasked to consider subject measure, would like to report its honorable body its finding and recommendation to the following premises to it. Number 1, the Municipal Engineer Sagani Piperi submitted 1 copy of the notarized deed of donation to the Sangguniang Bayan offered by the Barangay Government of Approach Center, Sopronio, Hispaniola, intended for the establishment of National Child Development Center. Number 2, that the Barangay Government has submitted all necessary documentation to facilitate the access of this donation, and it's crucial to ensure that this initiative aligns with the municipal development goals and the child welfare policies. Number 3, that the donated property is 300 square meter parcel of land, technical description lot number 8456 PLS at 796D Studio Development Center, Sopronio, Hispaniola. Number 4, the deed of donation has been thoroughly reviewed and confirmed as complete, containing all required signatures from the barangay officials as well as the legally mandated provision for the donation of the local government. Findings and recommendation promises concerning the committee funds that acceptance of the deed of donation from the barangay government of Approach Center to the establishment of the National Child Development Center is crucial for legalizing and setting ownership to avoid any untoward conflict in the future. Therefore, the committee recommends to approve the requested acceptance of the donation of Barangay Government Approach Center, Sopronio, Hispaniola for establishment of the National Child Development Center, calendar for second reading on the next regular session. Prepared by Chairman, Committee on Rules, Laws, Good Government and Privileges, Concord, Honorable Frederick Tokay Jr., and President of the Honorable Michael L. Jordan.
Okay, make comment regarding this committee report number 2024-58. Wala. Okay. Wala. Nagro.
About the committee report number 2024-58 submitted by Committee on Rules, Laws, Good Government and Privileges, subject to requested acceptance of the deed of donation of Barangay Government of Approach Center, Sopronio, Hispaniola for the establishment of the National Child Development Center be adopted.
Okay, President Locke, committee report number 2024-58 is approved for adoption. Next, number 5, committee report number 2024-46, Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation.
Committee report number 2024-46 submitted by Committee on Rules, Laws, Good Government and Privileges. The subject requested adoption of the proposed 2025 annual budget of the Municipal Health Office for funding as endorsed through the Local Health Board Resolution number 2024-007. For the presiding officer, the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, to which the representative minister has referred to, has already considered the same, and those who would like to present its finding and recommendation for final justification. This number 1, that the local chief executive provided for consideration local health board resolution number 2024-007, which endorsed the funding of post 2025 annual budget of the Municipal Health Office. The subject proposed includes different items in MOA and SPA totaling the 7,651,200 is limited to the following. Object of expenditure, current year 2024-2025. Maintenance and operating expenses, traveling expenses, current year 100, 2025 150, training expenses 15 and 75, office supplies 50, drugs and medicines 300, 2025 500, telephone expenses 14,400, 40,400, total internet expenses 20,400. Janitorial expenses current year 54. Proposed 2025-108. Repair of maintenance, land improvements 2020. Repair of maintenance, hospital health network 15. Repair of maintenance, land position vehicle 75. Investment use of position organization 10,000, 5,000. Yara maintenance and operating expenses 70. Total of 7 current year 778,100. And the proposed 2025 is 1,102,800. Special proposed appropriation medical legal services 80,000. Incentive voluntary health worker 386,400. And then the health workers 926,400. As a maternal child health center program, siguro ito sa baba, no? And then maternal and child health program, SE 1K kalusugan at proteksyon ng mga nanay program, wala ay 1,186,000. Non-communicable disease control services from 200 to 300. Nutrition program 664,000 and 1,336,000. Municipality Control Surveillance Unit Ordinance number 2024+283. Wala, naging 200. And then some total 8,548,400. Total appropriation 6,385,600. And then it proposed 2025 by 7,651,200. The annual budget of the LG has already been provided to Secretary last October 11. Based on the agreement during the budget hearing, also attended by the MSO, all allocation last 2024 shall be adopted or shall remain the same for fiscal year 2025. That the decision to keep the allocation is as is for all offices was duly consented by the local executive. Adding some recommendation for going to send the Committee of Funds that the adoption of which viable and is already decided. The all offices shall have the same allocation in current fiscal year 2025. Wherefore, the committee recommends to disapprove the budget proposal and advise the MSO to adopt the same appropriation in current fiscal year 2025 annual budget. Other items not accommodated in annual budget shall be lobbied in fiscal year 2025 supplemental budget assembly should be one. As part of the recommended decision, the committee to the resolution be provided respectively of next regularization. Prepared by your student general committee of finance for the application for normal affair to go to the dealer in the season of the regularization.
Okay, any comments regarding this current report number 2024-46? Good government capabilities. Graduate na po.
Thank you. Hindi naman comment kasi dito, i-calendar siya for next regular session. I-na-draft na ito siya. No need na. Disapprove na siya sa committee report. No need to calendar it on second reading. Dito pa lang sa committee, disapprove na siya. No need na sa second reading i-calendar siya.
Kagawa na naman, ano masabi mo doon sa request ni Kagawa Jarnato? Okay na. So, no need for sige, Kagawa Galan. Meron kang pahabol. So, recommend ko draft material sa presiding. Pero gusto ko lang pong itanong,
Kasi bago po kayo mag-committee report, nagkaroon po ito ng committee meeting. Hindi ko lang po alam kung tinatawag niyo po yung municipal health officers po natin para dipinsahan itong puntong ito. Kasi kung magkakaroon po tayo ng ito pong findings natin at hindi niya po na-dipinsahan ito, siguro mayroon nga po sa side niya. Kasi disapprove po ito Disapprove po yung findings ng committee. So, actually, hindi naman natin kini-question yung question lang po natin talaga doon. Dapat napatawag po yung ating municipal health officer para dipinsahan ito po ito. Thank you po, Mr. Presiding.
Pero parang huli na. Di ba na-approve na yung ating annual budget for 2025? Ha? Na-approve na? Wala pa? Ha? Approve na? 2025 budget eh? Wala pa.
Next.
Dapat sana ito nung budget hearing, may pasok na ito kung ano yung... Pero kung ito naman, kung hindi talaga mahabol na, siguro priority ng local finance na para sa supplemental budget.
Nakalagay naman po sa website. Tapos yung sinasabing resolution po to be communicated na lang po sila. Next.
Yung problema nga, ayun lang kung babago pa.
Alam niyo naman yan, yung budget hearing po ano na isa. Alam niyo naman ito.
Kasi nga sa
Noted na po.
budget ng bawat office dapat sila, case na lang. Kung may ba pangangailangan o hindi, pwede yung iba magpaluwag-luwag mo na. Pero ito malaki, may more than 1 million eh. Hindi yung dati 6,385,000 to 2024. So kung dati sa 2025, 7.651 na. So more than 1 million. So yun. So nasa local finance na yan, kung ano yung plano nila kagawin, nagdo naman siya ng local finance. So dito maliwanag kagawan na hindi na pakalindar for security for the next level.
Ito kami negate na lang, Mr. President. Further recommended this decision be communicated through resolution the calendar for
Mr. Presiding.
document.
Mr. Presiding. So, dahil disapprove po siya, Mr. Presiding, ang resource point is filed away. So, hindi na po siya kakalindar po sa security. Thank you po, Mr. Presiding.
Kaya nagkakatalo dito sa recommendation. Kung Pailawi o either Asan Palawi, ayon sa sponsor, ay asan pa na resolution na inform si Doktora. So, sa pinagagawin ka lang, no need na nagkaroon ka ng resolution.
Mas maganda po nga import din siya. Through papers. Sulatan ako.
Sulatan na lang ng committee.
Oo.
Hindi na pro resolution pa. Hindi na inaan sa resolution, kung hindi sulatan na lang, na yun ang nangyari. Okay, pakibasa nga Madam Secretary yung bagong version.
Findings and recommendation. Foregoing considered, the committee finds the adoption is not viable as it was already decided. All offices shall have the same allocation as current fiscal year 2024. Therefore, the committee recommends to disapprove the budget proposal and advise the MS officer to adopt the same appropriation as the current fiscal year 2024 fiscal year 2025. annual budget. Another items not accommodated in the annual budget shall be levied in fiscal year 22 supplemental budget. That should be the key one. And it is further recommended this decision be communicated to the MSO, and then measures shall be brought away in the market.
So, okay na sa inyo yun? Okay, so, pwede mo.
I move that the Committee on Rules, Laws, Good Government and Privileges
Ang kagawad, ano para? Finance, budget, and appropriation.
Finance.
Mali lang ito, mali.
I move that the committee report number 2024-46 by the Committee on Finance request adoption of the proposed 2025 annual municipal health officer for funding and goes to local health resolution number 54/0070 be adopted.
Okay, ito si Rob, Committee Report number 2024-46, shall be approved for adoption. Okay, calendar business, unfinished business from previous administration, from previous session, both none. Business for the day, second reading. Draft resolution number 2024-303, setting the position of 110 mechanic 2 salary grade 6, 1 bookbinder 3 salary grade 7, and 2 engineer 2 salary grade 16, all under the office of the municipal engineer. Okay, kagagad pa na.
Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding, in behalf of our colleague, SPB Boy Jordan. Draft Ordinance number 2024-303, creating the position of 1 mechanic 2 salary grade 6, 1 bookkeeper, bookbinder 3 salary grade 7, and 2 engineer 2 salary grade 16, all under the office of the municipal engineer. Sponsored by SPB Boy Jordan. Be it enacted by Sangguniang Bayan of Sopronio, Espanola, Palawan, that Section 1, creation the position of 1 mechanic 2 salary grade 6, 1 bookbinder 3 salary grade 7, and 2 engineer 2 salary grade 16 are hereby created in the office of the municipal engineer Sopronio, Espanola, Palawan. Section 2, duties and responsibilities of the position to be created. Number 1, mechanic 2 salary grade 6, A, test and diagnose gasoline or mechanic engineer engines for performance. Letter B, undertakes regular tune-up, adjustment, or repair works. Letter C, repair, replace worn of defective parts, and B, perform other tasks and may be assigned from time to time. Number 2, bookbinder 3, salary grade 7. Letter E, responsible and sorting, compiling, and safekeeping reports and other documents. Letter B, take charge of all clerical works. Letter C, keep records of its documents and monitor the progress of processing and approval. Letter D, encoding of vouchers, communication, and other related documents. And letter E, perform such other functions not mentioned above but are related to job description. Number 3, engineer 2, salary grade 16. Letter E, assess the designing, developing, executing, and recommending changes and policies, objective, plans, programs, techniques, procedures, and practices in infrastructure development and public works and in general the municipal government. Letter B, assess and investigation, survey, engineering design, and feasibility studies. Letter C, work with the immediate supervisor and reviewing project specification, project plans, design submitted by the consulting services. Letter D, work with the municipal engineer to oversee the daily management, coordination, supervision, and successful completion of the project. Letter E, assist in administering the routine maintenance, rehabilitation, improvement of roads and bridges, and other engineering and public work projects of the municipal government. And If perform simple and routine engineering tasks and other duties and the function as may be assigned from time to time by the immediate supervisor. Section 4, funding, allocation required for remuneration and other benefits of the position shall be taken from the regular fund under general services in the engineering office fiscal year 2025, first class and second tranche. Section 5, effectivity, the ordinance shall be take effect upon the approval and compliance to the requisites provided in the local government code.
Okay, any comment regarding this correction regarding this draft ordinance 2024-303? Wala nang comment? Correction? Wala. Hello?
I move that draft ordinance number 2024-303, creating the position of 1 mechanic 2 salary grade 6, 1 bookbinder 3 salary grade 7, and 2 engineering 2 salary grade 16, all under the office of the municipal engineer be adopted.
It has been moved and seconded. No objection? Seeing none. Ordinance number 2024-303 is approved for second reading and be candidate for third and final reading for the next regular session.
Thank you very much.
Term B. Draft ordinance number 2024-284, resolution adopting the camp coordination and camp management plan of the municipality of Manila. Okay,
Draft resolution number 2024-284, a resolution adopting the camp coordination and camp management plan of the municipality of Soprones, Manila, Expansion Tayo, Sulu, whereas the Public Act 10121 or the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Act of 2010 declared that the state policy to uphold the people's constitutional right to life and property by addressing the root causes of vulnerabilities to disaster strengthen the country's institutional capacity for disaster risk reduction and management and building the resilience of the local communities to disasters, include climate change, impact, and to develop, promote, and implement a comprehensive national disaster risk reduction management plan (NDRRMP) that aims to strengthen the capacity of the national government and local government units (LGUs), together with the partner stakeholders, to build the disaster resilience of the communities and to institutionalize arrangements and measures to reducing disaster risk, including projected climate risk and enhancing disaster preparedness and response capabilities in all levels. Whereas subject law mandated the Department of Social Welfare Development to lead the camp coordination and camp management cluster with the aim and providing timely and well-coordinated humanitarian assistance and augmentation support in the management of evacuation centers to ensure the availability of the safe, secure, and accessible evacuation centers for the emergencies and disasters that led to formulation and approval of GMC number 01/2013, which served as initial guides of the land use or the local MDRRMCs, now superseded by GMC number 02 series of 2021. Whereas the Public Act 7160, Local Government Code of 1991, provides for the devolution of the basic disaster responsive services to the LGUs and requires local chief executive to be responsible for the efficient, effective, and economical promotion of the general welfare of the LGUs and their constituents. Whereas the MDRMC provided the summary and for the consideration and adoption of the Council Resolution number 2024-06, which approves the camp coordination and camp management plan of the municipality. Whereas the Sangguniang Bayan recognizes the importance of adopting the implementing and camp coordination and camp management plan to effective response to disaster emergencies and ensure the measure and safety of LGUs constituents, especially the internally displaced persons or IDPs. Now, the promotion endures duly scheduled by Council Plan Resort as it is hereby resolved to adopt the camp coordination and Camp Management Plan of Municipality of Española. Resolved finally the copies of this resolution be forwarded to the MSWDO, MMDRMO, Office of the Municipal Mayor, and all other concerned to the information represented. Okay? Ano ba? Okay lang.
Kala ko may dudugtog na pa eh. Nakapagtugtog na pa eh.
Hindi, Mr. Presiding, gantay lang po ako ng tanong ninyo kung may approve na natin o hindi pa ako. Siyempre,
Saan may comment? Correction? Wala? Okay, kanya mo.
Thank you. A draft resolution number 2024-284. A resolution adopting the camp coordination and camp management plan of the municipality of Supreme Española hereafter.
Kita siguro at seconded. Objection? Ilan? Resolution number 2024-284 is approved for adoption. Okay. So, third and final reading, none. Unassigned business, none. Announcement, reminders. Meron. Secretary, may iba pa natin sa atin. Okay, Madam Secretary, please.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. We would like to inform all the council members po, your cash advances for the year-end activity ng PCM have been denied. We're not processed po because of fund. Ang fund ay unavailable, hindi na available. Wala ng cashback.
So, yung may pera, pwede mag-attend. Yung walang pera, standby muna tayo. Kagawa na Tinson? Yung recruitment?
Tanong ko lang, ano ba ang atin? Ang problema, yung binayad namin na restriction, ang problema, tumaklim pa. Yan ang masakit, yan ang masakit doon kasi pag sarili mong pera yun, yun nga, sinasabi ni Secretary na wala ng pera. So, anong insurance na makaklim natin na mariin natin yung ano? Ano sabi na accountant? Kasi nung nakaraan, galing kami ni Bernardo, ipasa lang daw yung kasabans para masama sa listing.
Priority.
Priority sana.
Ikaso mas mayroon bang priority?
Pagbalik ng binukasan, sorry talaga. Wala tayong magawa. Wala nang talagang pera daw. So yun lang ang inano ko doon na kung sakaling mag-attend kami, anong insurance? Mapakikilipan natin itong taon na ito o next year. So ano pa ano natin doon, hindi na kasusunod tayo. Hindi naman pala marihin. Yun lang ang gusto kong tanongin. Anong insurance na mag-list namin?
Secretary?
Mr. Presiding Officer, I am in no position to give everyone assurance kung re-reimburse nyo po or whatever. Kasi as per advice po doon sa ating mga financial managers sa baba, hindi po siya ma-accommodate. Kaya po ang inyong cash advances ay pinabalik po, pinaking sa amin. So, wala rin pong binigay sa amin, Mr. Presiding Officer, kung ilang percent ng chance na ma-accommodate. Yung possibility po na ma-reimburse kayo or what, hindi po namin na itanong. Pero based po sa current state ng marami pa po tayong pending na dapat bayaran.
So, yun ang balita ko nga dyan, nakapinding ngayon ng mga butcher, almost 50 million plus pa. Kung dagdagan pa ninyo, dagdag talaga sa 50 million plus. Galat-galat.
Actually, Mr. Presiding, kung titingnan po natin, may punto kami, nagtipid po kami para doon sa traveling expenses po namin. Ngayon po, nakikita naman yung punto. Ang problema nga lang, walang cash backup. So, baka naman mamaya, yung tinipid po natin, ipon-iponin yun, baka gamitin naman pang sahod. Kasi atin na po yun, Mr. Presiding So, ang hiningi ko lang dito sana sa mga financial office na to, kahit pwede pong magkapuno kami, pero payagan po kami mag-PYO para naman makapag-reimburse po kami. Kasi ito po ang pinaka-importante naming convention. itong year-end assembly meeting po namin. Importante po talaga namin ito. Panghuli po ito sa taong 2024. So sana payagan kami makapag-fly PYO. So yan po, Mr. President. Salamat po.
Auditor siguro na ating kuha makapagsabi na pwedeng PYO. Eh, mahigpit na pinagbabawalan ng PYO ay hindi na nila nire-recognize. Pero kung i-recognize, anong masama doon? Sulat siguro tayo sa sa kuha kung pwede.
Ang nagka-problema kasi sa executive branch, dito sa legislative branch, wala tayong problema, nagpakaltas din tayo, may pondo tayo. Nakalagay dun sa 2024 annual budget natin na may pondo tayo. Nagka-problema po dun sa executive, dito sa legislative, wala po tayong problema, kaya wag po nila tayong isama kung nagka-problema po dun sa executive. Sa atin wala naman po problema sa atin, nagpakaltas na rin nga po tayo. Kahit noong nakaraan, ayaw natin, nagpakaltas na rin tayo. Siguro ang pinakamaganda dyan, patawag natin sila ulit para malinaw sa atin kung ano ba talaga. Kasi nung pinuntahan nga namin, sabi ni Francis, tapos nung huli, wala na nga. Kasi sa atin wala, may pondo kasi tayo dito sa legislative. Kung nagka-problema doon sa executive branch, doon sila ang magkukontrol ng mga obligasyon nila doon. Sila ang magtipid. Tayo nagtipid din. Tapos, kung saan din mapunta, nagsumunod din tayo sa memorandum ni Mayor kahit hindi ngayon dapat kasi nasa legislative tayo para lang sa ikabubuti nating bayan, nagtipid din po tayo.
Kasi kung tuusin, yung ating 2024 general budget, kinaltasan na tayo ng 2,220,000. Diba? Ang ngayon, ang sinabi sa akin ni HR, bawasan naman daw yung job order natin ng 6 na tao. Samantala, marami pa tayong savings sa MOE. Ha? Ubusin na nila lahat yung MOE na yun. Huwag lang yung pangsweldo sa 6 na yun. Ha? Ay, hindi ako papayag doon kahit sana makakarating nito ngayon. Parang hindi na maganda ito. Inaabuso na tayo dito. Malaki na ang kinaltas. 2,220,000 budget for 2024. Tapos ngayon, kaltasan naman uli kasi hindi natin na-meet yung tawag nito, yung target na proposed budget. Hindi na natin kasalanan yun. Kasi sila, kung ano na lang yung madinagdag na para papuntuhan lang. Ang sanggunian ba, nagdagdag dito para papuntuhan? Ito, wala eh. Alisan nga tayo ng 20 na tao. Ang ultimong fuel nga na kapiranggot lang. Binawasan pa, naging 400, naging 180 na lang. So, higpit sinturon ang ginawa natin dito. So, yun ang isang problema ngayon. Tama yung sabi ni Gawad Bernardo. Nasang gunian dapat hindi maapektuhan dito sa sitwasyon ngayon. Pero ano nangyari ngayon? Pati tayo naapektuhan dito. Sana ang miyembro ng Sangguniang Bayan, mag-isip naman tayo. Bakit kung tanggalan ng mga tao natin dito, sino maapektuhan dito? Kawawa yung mga matanggal dito na may pundo na, may kontrata pa yan. Tapos, job order, marami pa rin. Bakit yung job order ang tanggalin? Yung contractual ang tanggalin. Mayroon ito. Sila nakahawak ngayon ng kontrata hanggang December yan. So siguro ito, hindi na magandang kahinat na dito. Pag ito, inalis pa yung 6 na yun. Nandiyan na po sila. Sila may mga pamilya po ito. May kontrata na yan sa ating pamahalaan lokal. Lalong-lalo na po sa Sangguniang Bayan. Approve yung kanilang kontrata hanggang December. Yes, Kagawad Bindo.
So, presiding baka pwede total, may time pa naman, 27 pa naman yung ating total, baka siguro, baka magawa ng pararo final decision, accountant. Baka pwede natin si patawag sa Lunes.
Kailan ba yung seminar nyo?
27.
O sa Lunes, anong pizza?
So, baka para malaman natin kung talagang tutuloy kami o hindi.
25?
Oh, 27 yung ano namin.
25 ang last regular session natin.
25 yung Lunes.
O kaya nga.
Baka pwede natin sa Lunes mapatawag.
O sige, sino gusto niyo ipatawag? Sino gusto niyo ipatawag? Si Akantan?
Ano mga, Isbin? Okay lang sa inyo?
Tingin ko si Budget, wala lang po tayong problema dito eh. Si Budget may pundo naman talaga eh. Wala lang pera.
Ang problema,
Si Akantan sa kasi treasurer.
presiding, pagdating sa budget, ayaw mapirma yung budget na hindi galing sa accountant.
Tama yun, kasi wala nang cash backup.
Yan na nga. Kasi yan po natin doon, siya accountant talaga. No? Si budget, ipatawag ba natin? Anong sa budget?
Kaya kung isama natin, si Budget, treasurer, si Accountant.
Oo, sige.
Walang secretary pa, kaya na tiklot.
Para malaman natin kung tutuloy ba tayo. Thank you, Sir Presiding.
Meron kasi ako narinig na sa presiding na cash involved daw. Cash involved.
Tanungin ninyo kay Tres. Mag-cash involved.
Hindi ba nakapondo yun sa presiding yung 10 na cash involved?
Ang pagkalam ko cash involved, yung cash advance ng mga tao. Hindi nagbayad. Cash advance yan ha. Kaya nga maraming mga cash advances na hindi na nagbabayad. Yung iba wala na dito. So yun, ipaliwanag nila yan. Kaya may patawag natin sa Lunes. Ang balita ko ngayon, wala tayong CNE. Masakit na biro yun. Parang na-hold up tayo ng 50,000. Diba, taon-taon 50,000 eh. 25? O, wala yun. 25. Korta rin yun sa mga walang pera. Pero yung mga may pera, wala problema yun. Pero sa ating walang pera, sayang talaga yun. Ay kung nabunggo na, bunggo mo na lang ulo mo. Ha? Kasi yan, nalan yung CNA. Savings yan. Kung may mga savings po tayo, yun na doon na siya papasok. Ay kaso, naubos na sa supplemental budget. Diba? Kagaw Darmain, masipag naman masunurin. Pag may supplemental budget, okay. May certification ng accountant na meron kabilang na puno. Merong savings. Pero dapat, yung CNA, pinaghandaan yan. Pinukompute yung lahat ng mga regular, ilan ba ito? Ilan ba ang kakayanin? Kaya ba 10, 20, 30, 50? Yun o. So, hindi na napaglaanan. So, tinagal-tagal ng ating bayan, ngayon lang mangyari po ito. Ngayon hindi po napagandaan. Kaya naman?
Ngayon lang din naman kasi nagkaganang sa presiding. Hindi sa nagpapaliwanag lang po. Hindi natin naasahan na yun nga pong supposed to be 30 million pesos ay naging 7 billion na lang. Kaya sana maunawaan natin na tayong mga gusto mag-CNA, sino po ba ang ayaw? Gusto po natin yan. Pero hindi naman lahat ng ma-perfect natin yan sa presiding. No? Tama po yun. Ako po ay talagang masunurin lang. Yung pera na yun, napunta naman siguro sa tao bayan yun eh. At yung natin, lalaki na rin naman ng mga sweldo natin kung sakali. Gusto rin sana natin magkaroon. So, nga po hindi natin naasahan na yung ating pong inaasahan na koleksyon ay hindi po natin i-realize sa presiding. Hope na makaintindihan po natin yan at wala na tayong sisising tao dahil yung mga yun hindi naman inaasahan na bumaba po. Totoo naman na bumaba yung tawag dito, nickel, no? At yun yung sinasabing hinarang, hindi po totoo yun. Dahil ang nickel po nila ay nandyan na po sa tabing dagat na. So, wala naman siguro nangharang doon sa may tabing dagat. At yun yung sinasabi nilang hinarang ni Kagawad Johan, wala po. Hindi po ako nagharang doon sa presiding. Nilinaw ko lang po. At yung sinasabi nila nagharang, si Mrs. Payo po yon na natalo po sila. 15 years po kinasuhan. No, yung tao may lupa at hindi po nabayaran hanggang ngayon. So yun po siguro ang sinasabi nila na nilalabas na kwento na inaharang ko po. Hindi po ako kundi si Mrs. Bayo po at yung problema po natin sa hindi nakabayad ay hindi po yung pagharang, kundi yung pagbaba po ng nickel doon po sa world market yung ano. So, yun lang po, Mr. Presiding. Gusto ko sa iwan din namin.
Kagawad, tingin ko hindi naapektuhan yung trip ng ore sa China man o sa Japan. 2024 nangyari. 2023 po yun. Yung nakunan natin ng taxes sa City Nickel. Hindi 2024. Ngayong 2025 yun, mag-appear yung kung ilang trip lang itong 2024. Kasi pagkaalam ko ngayon, naka-5 trip na sila, baka wala pa. So, isa na naman yan na mangyayari by next year. Maswerte lang, kung maka 7 million pa yan, baka wala na. So, kasi konti lang yung biyahe nila sa kanilang ore. So, yun po ang nangyari doon. Hindi yung pagharang ni Kagawad Harmain ngayon. Mag-reflect yan next year. Kasi, ibig sabihin na, kaya bumaba yung ano namin na hinarangan ni Kagawad Harmain. Pero hindi, marami pa sa tamin. Marami doon sa tabing dagat.
Tama yun, Mr. Presiding. Marami po sa may tabing dagat, nakapundok po yun, Mr.
Sabing maraming fish, wala lang order.
Yan, walang tama yun.
Maraming order dyan, wala lang order ng China o Japan.
Yes po, tama yun. Tama yun, Mr. Presiding.
Parang yun ang katagan, maraming fish, pero wala order.
Yes po, yes.
Yun ang fish in order na nangyari.
Maraming produkto.
Nandito pala ating mga PNP, ano? So, good morning sa inyo. Maganda may PNP para mayroong ito. Mayroong taga nito. Taga pagitna. Okay. So, meron pa? Wala lang. Ating Kagawad Katubig.
Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding. Think positive na po tayo ng Mr. Presiding, nangyari na po. Ako, ramdam ko po talaga. All in all, is over-expense tayo. Yan ang sinabi ni Kagawad Johan. If ever nag-over-expense tayo, napunta sa taong bayan. But, na-realize natin ngayon na apektado lahat dahil doon sa over-expense. So, sadly, true po talaga yun ang nangyari. But sana, 2025 hindi na mangyari. May mga pag-uusap na rin po na may mga nag-over-expense tayo dahil dito sa ganito, ganun. Titingnan natin yung base natin para 2025, hindi na po mangyari ulit. Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding.
Tama yun, ano? Kasi kung ano yung nandyan, pagkasyahin na po natin. Kasi pag hindi mo pagkasyahin yan, eh, gano'n na talaga mangyayari. Diba, pinunduhan ka lang ng 100. 100 lang gastusin mo, ka magastos ng 200. Talagang over na yung... Kaya nga yung maliliit na tindahan, kumita lang sa isang araw 500, pero ang ginastos niya 1,000 na. Utay-utay na naubos yung kanyang puhunan. May dagdag ka pa? Sige.
Po, Mr. Presiding. Naalala ko lang rin yung nung time na kapitan po tayo. Hindi pa natin alam lahat ng mga dapat natin gawin and the way na good way para sa ating pagpundo. Nasilaw po tayo doon sa fund na napakalaki ng fund natin sa barangay, napakalaki natin sa... Siguro very start na bagong mayor din si Mayor Ab. Hindi ko totally masisi kasi alam natin na hindi naman umikot sa isang tao lang yung pag-approve ng budget. Suddenly, na sana maunawaan po natin dahil bago po si Mayor Ab and then hindi niya nakakontrol yung mga offices na nag-overexpend. So, sa ngayon po, nag-panaw kay Kagawad yun, panaw sa kanila na kasama po ako sa mga meetings about kasi ako naman po yung assistant na co-chairman sa budget. So, yun ang po, Mr. Presiding. Aminin natin. Ako naman, sabi ko nga, nag-overexpense talaga. Ngayon ang sinabi niya ng mga nakaraan, nag-overexpense. Secondly, yung sa mining. But wala na po tayong magagawa eh. Nandito na tayo. Support na lang po tayo. Gawin po natin ang best para hindi na mangyari po next year. It's a part na lang po na naging aral po sa atin. Gaya ng sinasabi ko, every day is a lesson and learn tayo po. Kapag may pagkakamali po tayo, lesson and learn again every day na sana maayos po natin. Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding.
Tama yan. Kaya dapat sana, kung ano lang yung budget yan, yun lang. Huwag na natin dagdagan pa. No? Kasi, tulad ng ating provincial rate, 1.5 million budget. Pero ginawang 4 million. 2.5 po, discarrel na lahat po yun. Discarrel na yung kapirahan. Kasi 2.5 po ang over doon sa 1.5. So yun, ang isa sa mga ganun, dito sa mga member ng Committee on Finance, sana pag-aralan din ninyo lahat kung paano, halimbawa, hindi na isip ni Mayor, kayo mismo ang pinaka-advisor na doon Sabihin na ganito, gano'n tayo. So yun po, kung gano'n na nangyari, hindi ito yung tayo magkakaganito. So yun lang, sana ay tama yung sabi ni Gawad Gatungay. Next year, sana hindi na, pero ang budget ba natin nung isang taon at saka ngayon, ilan bang difference? Ilang milyon, Kagawad Hermay? Ilan ang difference ng pundo natin nung isang taon at saka ngayon, 2055? Ilang milyon? Difference. Naka-idea?
200 million pa rin Sobra.
Hindi, ilang milyon ang difference? Sa ngayong taon, ilan? 23, 25, 26 milyon ang hindi natin namit.
23 ang hindi natin
namit. So, dapat yung budget natin ng 2025, bawasan mo ng 23 milyon para hindi magkalitsi-litsi naman ang 2025 natin. Pero kung nag-diferensya lang ng mga 10,000, ay walang mangyari yun. Ganun pa rin yun. Wala tayong inaasa ng malaking koleksyon natin dito kung hindi si tinigilan. Eh wala naman silang biyahe. Ang babayaran natin na dito, yung kanilang land tax collection lang. Kanila. Yung bayarin sa kanilang mga lupain, mga building, yun lang ang mag-steady. Pero pagdating dun sa mina, sa loading ng mina, ay wala talaga. Mababa pa rin. 2024, dati nun sabi sa akin, 4 pa lang. Ngayon nakadagdag na naman sila. Yun. So dapat dun Kagawad Hermay, kung anong deficit ngayon, siyang ibabawas natin sa budget natin 2025. Pag hindi nangyari yan, next year, deficit na naman ulit. Okay? Pero pa? So, kung wala na, sino mo?
Kung wala na, Mr. Presiding, I hope to adjourn our regular session.
Okay, that's it. Over second day. No objection? Wala? Hell not? Our regular session to finish by